There was actually, when we were in Monticello, remember?
Yeah.
It was Mouse Foods, M-A-U-S-E.
Was it? Did they have an E at the end?
M-A-U-S, sorry, there was no E.
Yeah, it was M-A-U-S, Mouse Foods.
Mouse Foods, yeah.
Absolutely.
Which technically would have been Mouse.
Right.
But then it would sound a lot like it was Chinese. If you'd like this kind of in-depth intellectual discussion on linguistics.
Yeah, we're not your guys. Yeah, linguini is more.
Or LinkedIn.
Ooh.
Or Link Hayes.
Oh.
Or the old Hayes Theater in St. Cloud. You've come to the right spot.
Or the Hayes Commission for movies.
Yes, or Commissioner Gordon.
Very
Or
well.
Gordon Lightfoot.
That's true. Wow. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot.
That was a fun movie, though, except when they killed him.
Yeah.
At the end.
Well.
George Kennedy bothered me in that one.
Yep.
I liked him better as a priest. Where was I now?
You're in the intro.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, and follow this stuff because it only gets better.
Rousing comedy
Actually,
heights.
that's the reason anyone likes, subscribes, and follow. You figure it's going to get better.
And hit the bell icon.
It never, yeah, ding. If you want to leave a comment, you can do that wherever you found us, or you could, if it's a longer thing. If you have a longer question, comment, conundrum, or snark, or perhaps by chance we've missed a story because highly unlikely with our crack staff of
Cracked
industrious staffers, people.
Well done. I think that's a good way to describe them.
Yeah. Let's be honest, they're lazy as we are. Because we are. You can send that off on email, titr@netradio.network. That was painful.
Yes.
This is true, really news with Scott Combs and Tony Verkinnes. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
Speaking of not working too hard, this from Live Science via Jessica Thompson.
Wait. Now, are we following the science still, or have we gone off that?
Well, we have
With
to
the
follow...
boy-girl thing.
Oh, good Lord.
Just curious.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Well, if we follow Britain, never mind.
Who would follow Britain?
No, they did this one right.
Just jump. Oh, they did. The Supreme Court had to.
Yeah.
The High Court had to rule on it.
Yes. Yeah. But, but it's okay to display yourself any way you want. Let's just not be stupid.
Yep.
Anyway, from Live Science via Jessica Thompson, famous...
I thought of a sign they could have. Don't mangle munchkins.
Ooh, I do like that. I
Here
do
I am.
like that. Famous Yeti's Pizza in Stoughton, Wisconsin shared an industrial kitchen where other vendors prepared food and products. Big deal, one might say.
Big deal, I say. It is, you say.
One of those businesses included a state-licensed vendor who prepares edibles containing THC derived from hemp, specifically Delta-9 THC, which is the most abundant form of THC found in cannabis plants.
What could go wrong there, sir?
Among the THC products was a cooking oil infused with the psychoactive ingredient. Ask that question again.
What could go wrong there, sir?
Turns out last October, the restaurant had run out of cooking oil.
So they borrowed?
They did. From the
Was
shared
it the
kitchen.
stuff? Yeah.
He thought it was plain canola oil. The owner thought that's just...
Looks like canola oil.
Yeah. When local emergency services subsequently reported transporting 7 people with symptoms such as dizziness, sleepiness, and anxiety to the hospital in the prior 2 days, and all had reported eating food from the same restaurant, the restaurant was contacted and the oil tested. Yep, THC-infused. Through further investigation, the health department identified 85. Count them. 85 people who became intoxicated after eating food from the restaurant. Ages ranged from 1 to 91, including 8 children and teens under 18. Now,
So someone younger than my grandson has been stoned. That's pretty good.
right, yeah, and there are potential serious problems with very young.
Duh.
Yeah, right. The individuals started experiencing symptoms within 1 to 4 hours of consuming pizza,
Symptoms?
garlic bread, cheese bread, or a sandwich from the restaurant.
Isn't that the stuff you eat when you've already consumed the? That's ingenious.
Well, since it's
When you get the munchies, you just put the stuff in there, and there's more munchies. And suddenly we're all on a 1,000-pound life.
15 people tested positive for THC. For the other 70 people, THC testing either wasn't performed or the results weren't available. Ultimately, it was determined the restaurant's customers were unintentionally exposed to THC and no criminal charges were pursued. Restaurant reopened on October 26th after being cleaned and sanitized per Wisconsin food code. Oddly, our crack...
Well, it's Wisconsin, so how oddly can it be?
Well, no. This is our crack This Is True Really News investigative team
Yes.
found no evidence of runs on Skittles, Funyuns, and Bugles at local convenience stores.
Why would you? They had junk food right in front of them.
Jessica says,
Uh-oh.
why am I craving pizza? Jess, it's because your edible just kicked in.
Yeah.
That's why. Isn't that just, oh my goodness, potentially dangerous, but nobody got severely sick.
Have you ever looked at your fingers?
How can you tell if a 4-year-old has anxiety?
You actually can't.
Yeah, they always look anxious.
Finn was 3 when he found a candy thing that looked like the old root beer barrels.
Oh my. And
so my children spent most of the day and much of the evening as we watched young Joey explaining that no, they weren't abusing their children. Luckily, they got to do it in 2 different hospitals, one in Princeton and one in the Twin Cities, because
by golly.
So now my son's favorite line is, hey, he's been sober now for... A big old bull moose. Let us go to the Goodman Mountain Trail. It's in the Horseshoe Lake Wild Forest. It's been temporarily closed.
Okay.
Since early June.
Why?
Well, a big bull moose has spent the summer lingering around the popular Adirondack mountain hiking trail.
Yeah, he's a lingerer.
Which is why New York State wildlife officials said we should probably close that, because what if he's an ailing animal? This could be a
bad idea.
The moose is staying on or around the trail near the summit, sometimes sitting and sometimes foraging in a small area, according to the Department of Environmental Conservation.
Okay.
Attempts to coax said bull moose from the trail have all thus far failed. According to Dave Kramer, who's an agency research scientist, it's very unusual. Typically, this time of year, moose will have moved down into the lower elevations where they're primarily browsing on aquatic vegetation.
Yeah.
Is browsing what moose do instead of eat?
Well, no, because they're never mind. It's used as a euphemism for eating.
Huh. Like, you can't say eating anymore?
No, you can say eating. There's nothing against eating.
Okay. Kramer estimates the moose stands about 6 feet tall.
At the shoulder. I was going to say.
And weighs about 900 pounds or more. So he's not a huge one.
But he's big enough.
That's a big animal. The spread of its antlers indicate it might be about 4 years old. And it's a mystery why the moose won't move anywhere else. He's just right there.
Maybe he got in on some of that pizza.
Or he got a good deal with an Airbnb. Who knows?
There, yeah,
The agency has said an underlying illness influencing behavior was suspected. Moose susceptible to a couple of different parasites that could lead to death.
Yeah.
The moose,
when you
by the
see
way,
them running amok.
The moose has not shown signs of aggression. Let me explain to you, you don't want to be there when he decides to. He moves faster than you.
Oh, I've seen one.
He's 900 pounds.
I've seen one walk up the hood of a car. Well, just his front 2 feet.
Well, yeah, he
looked in it, took his right front foot, and kicked the windshield in with one swift boot,
smack,
and then walked off.
He was done now.
Just weird.
In his little moose mind, I was like, oh, that should have hit him.
Yeah. What the heck?
What was that? Must be some sort of force field these humans have.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh, look, there's lectin. I'm going to go chew. I'm going to go browse. Do you have this in a...
Do you have any vinaigrette?
Oh, that's silly. He's got hooves. How would he ever use vinaigrette?
Well, you can put it on for him. It's like, getting the cracked pepper. The waiter.
Or the freshly grated cheese.
Yes.
You'll say when, trust me.
You know you're a redneck when cheddar cheese is the fancy stuff. So, yeah, well, not for us. Let's stay in the animal kingdom, shall we?
No, really.
Yeah, no, really. Hawk moths. Hawk moths. Hawk moths. Love those. Employ a clever defense mechanism against bats. You know what they do? You know what they do? You know what they do?
What do they do?
They produce ultrasonic clicks with their genitals.
Like clackers? You'd have to Google clackers to figure.
Oh, get back. I've got clacker genitals, and I know how to use them.
After Shadow's surgery, we ran across a story that talked about
Nudicles.
Implants, yeah.
Yeah, nudicles. He got his...
And if you've ever seen a Malamute or a Husky, any northern breed dog, they have that curly tail.
And so you can see everything.
If we did that, we could make them into a clacker.
Now, the clackers, for those of you...
You got to have a submissive one for that, though.
Exactly.
You don't want the alpha male.
He'll have something to say about it.
You'll need clackers.
See, you'll need nudicles. The clackers were two, what were they, plastic balls on...
They were like giant marbles on a cord.
And then you'd bang them together.
Cords, and they were held together with a ring.
Yeah. And you'd have them do this. Around and around. And
it was a simpler time.
Yeah. Well, and of course, the things would shatter occasionally going into some kid's eye, and so they put a stop to it.
Did they?
Yeah. I know.
You ruined all the fun. Do you know how many times I rode in the back of a pickup?
Standing
the
up.
pickup bed.
Right. Me too. Anyway, back to the clicking genitals. They apparently potentially confuse or deter bats.
And don't confuse clackers with the clappers.
Boy,
they will not turn your lights on and off.
Potentially confuse.
Well, if you get lose control and they smack you in the side of the head, they could turn your lights off.
That's potentially confusing or deterring bats that rely on echolocation. This behavior, known as sonar jamming.
Is that like when, musicians get together and jam?
Oh, must be. Is a form of acoustic warfare where the moths mimic or interfere with bats' own sonar signals. Here's a
batsters.
Here's a more detailed breakdown. Echolocation in the arms race. Bats use echolocation to navigate and hunt, emitting high-frequency sounds and listening for the echoes to locate prey, like moths.
Hello.
And then they hear back, oh, there's a moth.
And they can gauge how far that was.
Yeah. Moths and bats have been engaged in an evolutionary arms race, with moths developing various defenses against bat attack, including the aforementioned clicking their genitals. Sonar jamming. Some hawk moths...
I'm just having really rude pictures of little bat bars. It's just...
Wow, the 14-year-old ones particularly. Some hawk moths, both male and female, generate ultrasonic clicks by rubbing specialized structures on their genitalia against their abdomens.
What is wrong with you?
Male moths use their claspers, which are structures for mating, so you know, to produce the clicks, while females may use a different part of their genitalia. Maybe the clasper grabbers? Clasper docks. Purpose of these clicks is not fully understood, but it is believed they may jam the bat's sonar. Clicks might interfere with the bat's ability to interpret the echoes from their own calls, making it harder to pinpoint the moth's location.
And that's always awkward at the bar.
Right? They might act as a warning. The clicks could signal to the bats that the moth is not an easy target, perhaps due to its speed, agility, or even toxic properties. They might startle the bats.
Seems like a long way to go.
Yeah. The sudden bursts of sound might momentarily disorient the bats, giving the moth a chance to escape. Yeah, but then the bats
You
follow.
do it. No, you do it. No, I did it last time.
Yeah. Click, click, click. Ow, 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 ow.
Ow, 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 ow.
And then the bat comes and eats.
We are childish, aren't we?
We are just
Okay.
children. Moth genitals. Click. By the way, let's see.
I hate you. Who was the Texan in the mailbag?
DeBone.
Yeah. Explain this one to me, Texas boy.
Yeah.
A former Texan, Derek Huffman, and his wife Deanna and their 3 kids moved to Russia earlier this year looking for traditional values, according to Kiev. I'm sorry, I'm American. The Kiev Post report. I'm just reading the words.
Which traditional values? Authoritarianism?
Alcoholism, I'm guessing.
Well, there we go. Those two go together.
Derek was hoping for a job with the Russian military as a welder, but with no prior military experience and after just a few weeks of training, he's instead been sent to the front lines in Russia's war with Ukraine.
Idiot.
How'd that work out for you?
Yeah, right.
The Huffmans don't speak or understand Russian. They just moved it. I don't want anyone here in Russia to say that we don't belong here. Can I say it? You don't belong there.
Yeah.
So if I go put my body on the line for Russia, I've earned our place here, Derek said on the family's YouTube channel. Now we're just believing in God. That's another core value that you have in Russia.
No, you don't.
No kidding.
The commies don't believe in God.
They don't.
And they're actively, they actively work against the belief in God.
Yes. And?
Oh, I'm just pointing it out.
Okay. That was the wife saying, we're just believing in God that everything's going to work out. She also said Derek had to donate 10,000 rubles for his supplies. And no, he hasn't received any pay or bonuses after his first month in.
By the by, STDs are running rampant through the Russian army right now, according to
Well, there is that,
reports.
so that makes it all better.
Yeah. What'd you bring me, honey? Well,
I'll show you later.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.